Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to another fantastic Techy Tuesday. Today, we have our very own fabulous and talented Miss Nikki Laverne, and she is going to go through and teach us how we can use our YouTube to create playlists and channels and how that can benefit our teaching. Oh, goodness. All right. So, do you want me to share your screen or?
I've got it up there.
You've got it? All right. So while she's getting prepared, if you have any questions, any comments, anything, please drop them in the comments and we will share them with her. I will also drop a link to the presentation for you in just a moment. And keep in mind, if you need to rewatch the presentation, it lives at the link that you clicked on forever and ever. And you can share it out to anybody who might need it. And we would love to have you go ahead and spread the good word about Techy Tuesday. Okay, go ahead, Nikki.
All right, there I am. I was hidden behind the banner. So today's goal is to make this video 20 minutes or less. We're going to go through YouTube channels and playlists and how you can kind of make your own resource hub. So, hi, I'm Nikki Laverne. Most of you know this, so I'm going to skip this slide and get right into important things that you need to know about YouTube. So, if you're an LPPS teacher, you already have a YouTube account. It is included in your livingstonschools.net account. We'll get into that in just a second. Also, if you were afraid of being on camera, good thing you do not have to create your own videos to have a YouTube channel. You can pull content from other people. And if you have created your own content, this is somewhere that you can put them. All right, so let's talk about your LPPS YouTube accounts. To get to it, all you do is log into your district Google account. That's your @livingstonschools.net account. When you're in there, you're going to click on that waffle that's next to your name, and that's going to pull this up. Now, these icons may be in a different order. I know originally my YouTube was way down and I had to scroll down to get it. You can just click and drag and move these anywhere you want to. But to open it, you're going to click right here on the YouTube icon. Up here, personal accounts work too. Honestly, I use everything with my personal account because it's just easier and you can create more channels in your personal accounts. All right, so before we hop into creating channels, I want to go over a few of the basics of YouTube. Whenever you log in, you're going to have this screen pop up on your left. So clicking on this will bring you to your home page. It is easy to get lost in YouTube. So if you get lost, you just go home and start over again, and it'll be okay. Find a really cool channel that you see and you love. You want to go ahead and subscribe to it. So if you find this really cool educator that is always sharing videos, you can subscribe, and those videos are going to pop up in your home feed, and they'll also give you alerts that they've posted a new video. Sometimes you even get an email. The library, anything that you've watched, anything that you've liked, or any playlist that you've made are going to be housed here in the library. So real quick, one-stop shop to see everything. And of course, you can see it again here with history, liked videos, and that kind of thing. And the last thing I want to show you guys is videos that you have created is under your videos. So if you have uploaded anything, that is where you can go to find them. All right, let's hop in. How do you create a channel? So you've logged in with your school account or personal account. It doesn't really matter. You've logged into your Google account. So what you're going to do before you even create a YouTube channel is you want to think about who is your audience. So with your school account, you only get one channel. One. So your audience is going to be students or parents. So keeping that in mind, create your channel. So a personal account will allow you to have multiple channels. In that case, you will go ahead and decide who that audience is. So if it's colleagues, then you would name that channel something that would appeal to your colleagues. Same thing with any educator, or if it's something completely not school related, your love for pickles, it can just, you name that YouTube Polly's Pickles or whatever. Okay, so step one, on the menu that has home at the top. So when we go backwards, we see this. If you scroll all the way down, there's going to be a settings tab. When you click on settings, it's going to pop up your YouTube channel. And then you just hit create channel. It's pretty simple, right? All right, that was it. Your channel's made, but it's empty and it's blank. So what you're going to have to do now is create a playlist to go in that channel. And you can create tons and tons and tons of playlists. There's no limit there. So to do this, we're back in our dashboard. So here's my channel. There's my face. All of this stuff is under your channel. It looks overwhelming, but it's okay. Don't worry about any of this. We're just going to look at playlists. So you're going to click on your playlist tab. When you do that, the far right, top right corner, it's going to pop this up underneath your picture, new playlist. You're going to click on that new playlist. Then you want to title it accordingly, because if you're going to keep referencing it or keep putting content into it, you're going to want to make sure that you've titled it appropriately. So you can always go change it, the name of it too. So don't freak out if you name it the wrong thing. You just edit it. So examples, fractions or historical documents, literary elements. You can even just have one for 3rd grade science and you push all the videos there. 4th hour student submission. So let's say that you're doing a video submission with your kiddos. You can have a playlist of 4th hour student submissions, and all of those videos go to that playlist. So at one click, you can see all 4th hour submissions there. It can be parents, how to help your child. We've got several of those playlists on this tech channel, as well as a few other channels. So you want to choose your visibility. There we go. It kind of popped up for a second there. So choose your visibility. You have 3 options. It's going to be public, unlisted. Either one of those is okay. Public means anyone can search for it and find it on the internet. Unlisted means if they search for it, they're not going to find it. The only way they can access it is through a direct link. Whatever your preference is, either one of those works. The one underneath it is private. Only you can view it. You don't want this because then literally no one else can see it. Unless the playlist is for personal use, you're not going to want to use that one. So after you have created a new playlist, titled the playlist, and then chosen the visibility, what you do next is add content. And there are several different ways that you can add content. The first one and the easiest one, and probably the most common one, is you're on YouTube, you find a video you like. Underneath the video, there's this little save button. You click on the save button, and then it'll pop up to all of the playlists that you've created. Watch later is one that is auto-created in your YouTube account. So that's always there, and it's locked. You can't change it. I created one called Literary Elements. So save, I would check the box for Literary Elements, and there it is. If you decide that, oh, I really like this video, but it doesn't work with any of these playlists I've already created, click Create New Playlist, and then you can start adding some stuff in there. Method 2, upload your own content. Guys, let's be honest. We have been teaching, some of us for years, and we're in front of kids. It seems weird to have a video, but it's really not that big of a deal. And you can always make videos that don't show your face if you're super shy. We have Zoom where you can record a whole lesson where you're explaining what's happening on your PowerPoint. Use that. A lot of you guys have been doing that anyway. Upload that content and put it in a playlist. So to do this, whenever you log in up at the top, you have that little upload button. It looks like a little old-fashioned video camera with a plus sign. Click on it. Click upload video. Move this sucker out of the way. There we go. And then you can upload your video. You'll fill out the required information. And that information's like, who's your audience? Are there children in the video? That kind of thing. When do you want to publish it? Is it listed or unlisted? Little easy, mostly check marks. And the third method. When searching for videos, let's say you searched for, I did symbolism. I searched for symbolism. And it gives you a list of different videos. To the right of the list is those little 3 ellipses. When you click on the ellipses at the top right and say add to playlist, that same that pop-up will pop up and you select which playlist that you want to put it in. So it's really easy to add content. Super simple. Even your kids can do it. And your students do not have a YouTube channel with their accounts. I tried yesterday. I logged in with a student just to see, and nope, it gave me a big fat error message. And I was like, right on, because that's probably a good thing. Okay, so let's say you've made this perfect playlist that you want to share with someone. Jamie, great question. Will our playlist have ads? Yeah, so that actually depends on how you create your playlist. So whenever you add content or whenever you upload your own content, it does ask if it's for children. If you say yes, it's going to take out the ads. As far as the playlist, it will likely have ads between them, but because it's an educational account, it might not. So that's a pretty good question. Heather, do you know the answer to that one? Because I am not 100%.
I don't, but I'm going to write that down and see if we can't figure that out, because that is something that we definitely don't want to have to deal with when it is with our students. Yeah. I do know if you are concerned about there being ads in your playlist, instead of maybe sharing the playlist, you could create the playlist for yourself so that you've just sort of curated those videos. But when you're going to share them with your students, if you embed them into a Google Slides instead, and you could put one video on each page of the slide and then share the Google Slides presentation with them, then it will take the ads out for that. You can even dictate your start and stop time. So if you even have a video where it's got ads at the end of it, like the person who did the video is going to have that, you can tell it to cut that video off right then and there so that you don't have to worry about those ads showing.
And if you do an ed puzzle, same thing. You don't have to worry about the ads. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can get the ads out. But we will definitely look into that. And
I have a question for you, if you don't mind. I was wondering, is there a benefit to having multiple channels as opposed to just multiple playlists?
Absolutely. Not to be all Mickey Mouse, but I got the ears, so why not, right? So there are several different benefits. For instance, multiple channels. Like I taught at Doyle High, where I taught 11th grade and 12th grade, but I also taught 7th grade. I would probably want separate channels because the content I have for 11th and 12th grade is definitely a little more intense and mature that 7th graders are definitely not ready for. And by having them in the same channel, they're able to go in and look at all the different playlists. Not that they can't access it anyway, but it's just easier to keep it separated. Another thing is if you've got several different things going on. So I've got my Nikki Laverne channel, but I also run the STEAM Express. So I might have a STEAM Express channel. I help out with Livingston Parish. So I might have a Livingston Parish channel. So really you can create channels for all facets of your professional life and even personal. My son, his dream was to start a YouTube channel. So we created his own channel under my name because safety, and I can moderate everything. So there's a bunch of different benefits to having multiple channels.
So, but in order to have multiple channels, you do need to use a personal Gmail account, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You will only get one channel with your livingstonschools.net account.
Okay.
And also, Jamie, I just want to say I've appreciated the fact that you always tune in and you always ask questions. So we are going to send you a little something on the pony this week. So keep your eye out. Okay. So let's say we've got this playlist built. We are ready to share it. How do we do that? Okay. Also, cool tip, after your videos are added into your playlist, you can drag and drop them in the order that you want. So you've added all these videos, but they're in there randomly because you just happen to add them in when you see them. You just drag, drop, put them in the correct order. And when you share the playlist, the students will click play playlist and it will start at the top and play all the way through. So that's also a super nice feature. So here's my playlist, Literary Elements. You're welcome, Jamie. My literary elements to share with for viewing purposes like students and parents. I'm going to click that little arrow. Looks like this. And then this box will pop up and I can share via Facebook, Twitter, email, or I can just copy the link. Personally, I think it's just easier to copy the link and send it in an email or through a Remind. I'm a huge Remind user. To share it with for collaboration, like with your partner teachers. Let's say you and someone else are teaching the same content and you both want to add stuff. You click that little ellipses here. Looks like this, 3 dots. And then this will pop up. So you can add videos there. You can merge different playlists. And then here's where you can collaborate. So you can just add a user and then they're able to go in and add videos for you too. Yes, you can share the playlist link through Google Classroom as well. Some of you will have that Google Classroom pop up right here. I do not, but some of you will. So you can just click Google Classroom and it will go wherever you need it to. Okay, that's it. 15 minutes, feeling pretty good. Here's a chance real quick to ask any questions that you guys have. I am a huge YouTube fan. You can see we made ears today. I do really like YouTube. It's super functional for a lot of reasons in the classroom, for personal use, and you can even allow your kids to, you can upload videos of your kids. Look, I'm going to duck down. You can upload videos of your kids and then put it in a playlist that is only accessible with a link so that no one on the outside is going to see it. It's just going to be parents. And then you can always take it down later. Back up.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, that was fantastic. So learn something new, wrote down the questions we have. So Jamie, I will do my best, or we will do our best to go ahead and research that, figure out what we can. We can check with Desiree and see if there's something that maybe she knows on the admin side that can help us maybe prevent those ads and everything else. But I do want to thank everyone for tuning in, whether you're tuning in right now or you're tuning in at a later date. If you ever have any questions, feel free to email any one of us. You know how to get us. And we will be happy to help you in any way we can and answer any questions you might have after the fact. Because when you start trying to create them, you might run into some, bumps and you need a little support, and that is what we're here for.
Just pick up the phone, call us, or type us up in an email.
Absolutely. So we will not be here next Tuesday because Mardi Gras, yay. Kind of got my both of my holidays going here. But we will be back on Tuesday, February 23rd with Vocaroo. So if you've never heard of or used it, it is a nice little way to record quick little audio clips that you can take that link and embed it anywhere you need to. So make sure you tune in for that at 3:30, February 23rd. And until then, thanks again, and we will see y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.